YouTube was good. Keys open doors, man. Today, a little bit of a different intro, as y'all can see. I wanted to do a breakdown of how I do my viral short content, the same exact ideas and methods behind it to get videos that have hit over 1 million views, 250,000 views, 500,000 views, etc. This is actually going to be a Patreon exclusive, but I'm leaking it on YouTube just for y'all for the free, the whole entire thing, a whole in-depth breakdown on how to do the content using CapCut. If y'all want more content like this, man, please hit the like, please hit the sub. I appreciate y'all so much for helping me grow the channel. We're almost at 3,000 subs. And definitely tap in on the Patreon. I'm offering 3 different tiers. And if you're in need of one-on-one consultations to help grow your brand, somebody to really help you figure out exactly what you need to do to get it popping, I'm offering those as well. I have a wide list of connections when it comes to just creatives. I'm not talking about like industry people. I'm talking about people who do amazing graphic design, people who do amazing video work, people who do amazing photography, etc., etc. So if there's something I can do to help you, I'm gonna do it. And if not, we're gonna figure out how we can make it happen where you're at. All right, man, enough yapping. Let's get straight to the video.
All right, y'all. Today we're gonna be breaking down how I do my short form content and how I edit my shorts. I personally believe that the way that I edit isn't like anything that crazy, but I think that there's certain things that I do that I can explain that can help y'all in y'all content and kind of just give y'all an idea as to how I do things and why I do things the way that I do. I think certain edits I make are to keep, you know, attention or whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna break it down for y'all. I just got a video that I did the other day, making a loop or a sample. So boom, so dragging this clip in, I always put my head recording on top. So I gotta find the part where I clapped. All right, so there's the clap right there. So I'm gonna bring that over. And the hotkeys I use to cut to the left is Q on CapCut. I think it's pretty similar on all the programs, honestly. So then I usually mute that clip, and then I'm gonna find the clap here. So boom. So what we wanna do is cut this, bring it over, and then I have this top clip muted now. It's on beat, or it's matched up. So now I can extract the audio. So right click, extract audio, recover, and then we're gonna go to our second audio track, which is the DAW or the beat audio. And now I'm gonna set my ratio to 9:16 for short form content, and then kind of stretch it like that. And usually what I do is just I record my videos kind of weird. I feel like I don't script anything or, you know, do anything like that. So usually there are parts where like I'll mess up and I'll just repeat it or like break and then like repeat it again until I get it right. I don't really remember how this went, so I gotta kind of look and see. All right, so this is the beginning, I think. Want to make samples? You want to make if you want to make samples that stand out like this. Okay, yep. So that's our hook or our little intro, and then playing the sample here, and then, or maybe I must have played it right here. Oh yeah, because I wanted to add that part with the string. So we're gonna start right here. And what I usually do is do all Control A and then Control Q to highlight everything and then cut it like where the marker's at. So yeah, all right, cool. So then cut that right there. Then follow me, brother, follow me. You know what I'm saying? Then just follow me, brother, follow me. I'm gonna do that one. And then I can just keep cutting. Usually I just keep cutting until the next talking points, because that's where, you know, the clip will start essentially. I picked out this Keyscape Club preset. So whenever I'm going through the first time, I'm just cutting the parts that I want. I'm not like doing any edits or anything yet. So I'm just going through and cutting out everything that I'm gonna use for the video. And I laid some really dark minor chords Yep, so then let me find the part where this plays. That MIDI's so fire, bro. I can't lie. I'm gonna just leave that one and cut here. I layered those with another piano, and then I went into another piano. Let me see. And I laid down these chord plucks in the back. All right. Oh yeah, also too, to just cut in place without doing the cutting left or cutting right is Control B. Make sure you change the velocities to kind of give it more of like a human feel. Okay, this is a good example. So sometimes I'll say things in a video, like this right here, where like now that I'm going back, I'm like, it's too many words. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't need to say that in this video. Sometimes I might leave it, sometimes I might not, but I'm like, nobody really needs to hear about the velocity. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of just, you got to stick to the point and keep people interested. Like nobody cares about the velocity. And this clip is, honestly, most of my clips, unless it's doing something like that needs to be heard, if it's just like a loop like this, I'm not doing this for longer than that 2 bars right there. Then you gotta throw in a crazy string run. So I just did a little solo using Control B. Using the Joshua Bell string run. So I just did a little solo. Run. So I just did a little solo in the Joshua Bell violin from Contact. Usually I don't really care if it kind of cuts the word out, because it's like that's just kind of the style of content. Using the Joshua Bell violin in Contact. I'm gonna use this one. I said it twice right there. Violin in Contact. And it's very important too, like you can tell, like I'm playing a lot of this back to stop it exactly where I stopped saying the word, because it's like those little seconds matter. I'm cutting out every single thing that's not like, you know, the video got to keep moving. So like as soon as I say Contact, I'm not letting like a second pass. Violin in Contact. Control B right there, and then play it. See, that right there is hard, because it's like that violin feel towards the end. I feel like that needs to be heard. That's why I made the clip longer than 2 bars. Put that together with some vocal runs. This is what we got. This is what we got. Boom. Threw a little vocal run in there. This is what we got all together. After some processing and throwing some vocal runs in, this is what we got all together. So I'm gonna use that one instead. Cut this. Oh shit. Bring this over. And then, so what you wanna do now, this is a little cheat code. I've actually wondered how other people do this, because like, I feel like there should be a faster way. And I think that you can just do like the, you know, I forget what it's called, whatever this button is, main track magnet, but it doesn't really work for me the way I wanted to. Anyways, highlight, Control X, Control V, Control X, Control V, Control X, Control V. Just cut and paste all of these to get it back in place and keep the audio aligned. Everything's good. And then now we got our full video. So now what you can see is this. So this is my first. That's my first run of edits, right? So now the video is 1 minute and 36 seconds. We got to make our video under a minute, or a minute long, basically, right? So I'm going back through now and cutting out stuff to make the video shorter. Also, this clip right here is pretty long, so I already know that obviously, like, you know, I'm not gonna be able to play the whole thing, but yeah, I'm gonna just go through and cut out what I can, and then you want your beat really should be playing by 30 seconds, honestly. Like by the 30-second point, you should be dropping, or like 40 seconds, depending on like what it is. So with this sample, I already know like I'm gonna have to start playing my joint like right here. So let's see. If you want to make samples that stand out like this, see, it's kind of, this clip's kind of long. I might have to start it right here. Yeah, I'm gonna start it like right here. Then I want to include that vocal in there, so I'll cut it right here. So let's see. If you want to make samples that stand out like this, I gotta start it right here. Stand out like this. That's a good starting point. See, and you don't have to make it doesn't have to start right at the beginning. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting at this point because this is the most captivating point of the sample to me. So yeah, and then also too, you can cut out your room audio on certain parts, like where the beat's just playing. It helps a lot with the video. So boom, then just follow me, brother, follow me. I picked out this keyscape. All right, so now also too, what I'm doing is kind of cleaning up these, like I said, those dead points where it's like even like a second of audio or something like that that's too long. You know, just like any point, we don't want to have any point in there that's like a dead point. Just follow me, brother, follow me. So cut that out here. Follow me. I picked out this Keyscape Club preset. And I laid some really dark minor chords. See what I'm saying? Minor chords. Bring these over. I layered those with another piano, and then I went into another piano. So cut this, and sometimes I just use the arrows to like scoot over frame by frame to kind of make it like more precise. And then I went into another piano, and I like that. You can kind of see like which points are still there. And I laid down these chord plucks in the back. Boom. I layered those with another piano, and then I went into another piano, and I laid down these chord plucks in the back. All right. Bring these over. Oh. Then you got to throw in a crazy string run. So I just did a little solo using the Joshua Bell violin and contact. I'll take out this part that I just did a little solo because like who cares? Easy string run using the. You don't even need to say which. I don't even need to say which VST I use for real. Sometimes I'll be honest. Sometimes I'll take that part out too, like saying which VST I use, just so that people will ask me in the comments, "Oh, what VST did you use?" Just to get that engagement. You know what I'm saying? Little cheat code right there. Then you got to throw in a crazy string run. Crazy string run. Cut out that little dead point. String run. See, okay, so this is a good point to stop because I'm already realizing now, because it's 45 seconds, my beat should have been dropped, right? So I think this part with the string run, I got to figure out how I'm going to incorporate everything. So let's start from the beginning. If you want to make samples that stand out like this, Just follow me, brother, follow me. I picked out this Keyscape Club preset and I laid some really dark minor chords. I layered those with another piano, and then I went into another piano and I laid down these chord plucks in the back. So far, so good. Then you gotta throw in a crazy string run. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut out this part. I'm gonna bring this over. I'm gonna start this right here. And then, so 42 seconds, that's cool for us to start, you know, drop the beat on the next, you know, the next transition. 20 seconds of sample is fine. And I probably don't even have a full, you know, 20 seconds, whatever. Anyways, this little part right here, after some processing and throwing some vocal runs in, this is what we got all together. Nobody cares, but I'll put those in sometimes. Today I'm gonna cut it out because I need the time, right? So now what we wanna do, we already know like our video is going up until this point. And I'm gonna show y'all what I do with these transitions when I don't, you know, when I don't talk in between. That's a perfect transition right there. It's perfect. That's good. All right, so boom, like from 59:25, and I'll just go up to the minute using the frame key. Now we got our video. This is our video. So now what we're gonna do is add our transition points and our like what's it called, keyframes. and then I'm gonna add captions and add a little bit of music in the back, and then we done. So boom, this is how I do it. Let's go. This is the part that y'all be asking me about, like the edits or, you know, shit like that. I'm gonna show you how I do it. So this is my mindset behind it too. If you want to make samples that stand out, all right, so 1 second in, there's a lot that kind of goes into it in my head. I know that when I'm putting this video on Instagram, TikTok, whatever, I'm gonna have text on the screen right here. So but I also want to put a point right here like this, where this you know, I bring my face into the screen. So I'm center it like that, and then the number that works for me is 316. Like that's the starting point, but like to make it fit. But I usually go a little bit more because it's like that's the exact starting point where it's like if it's perfectly centered, it'll work. You know what I mean? All right, so stand out like this. Also, there's dead space right here. Stand out like this. So if you want to make samples that stand out, okay, so a second and a half almost isn't really that long for me to have my text on screen, the hook, and like this, get to this point of the screen without it like covering my face, if that makes sense. So but I mean, that's kind of what I have to work with, because I have to have this, you have to put this right here to make it like, you know, captivating. Like people will watch when you do that. So if you want to make samples that stand out like this, so yeah, I mean, that's what we have to work with. So I'm gonna do that. If you want to make samples that stand out like this, so I use this transition point right here. I like to use this white flash, and I add a little I have a little stash of sounds that I use for my videos right here, but I just use this little movie clip, or what is it, like a little photo film photography sound. This out like this. See what I'm saying? So now on this next clip, I'm actually gonna take my head out and bring up this the screen recording clip. Gotta put our transition back, and then let's zoom in on this one all the way, and we can even go into like 650, right? So we'll center it, and then we're gonna make a keyframe point right here, and then I'm gonna go all the way to the end of this video. And what I like to do is just move the screen, you know, where I want it. Like this is what I want the screen. Basically in my head, this is one thing. When it gets to this point, this is what I want the screen to look like. So then you can set it like right here, and then we're just gonna drag this all the way out over there, and then drag this all the way. So then it looks like this at the end. And out like this. That's how you get that zoom out effect. It's actually kind of going too fast. So what I want to do is reset it. Let's just put it right here, and then I think that's actually good. Let me let me see. This, that's a little better. Just all right, so then this next clip, it should just have only my face. So what I like to do is go to a clip that I've already made that's full screen like that. Control-Shift-C will copy the settings or the attributes. Control-Shift-V will paste it, hit enter, and then now we already have it set. So just follow me, brother. Follow me, brother. I'm gonna do another cut right here, and then do a little zoom right here. These kind of little clips like that, these are like what those all the influencers, creators do to, like, you know, those little things kind of make it like I said, kind of keeps the attention, kind of keeps the viewer hooked in. Just follow me, brother. Follow me. All right, so we're gonna do another clip right here, or another transition right here. Boom. Brother, follow me. I picked out this key. All right, so I like to start sometimes like with everything on screen, like maybe me and the VST or whatever, but then I'll do a quick cut to just having the VST by itself, zoom in like this, and then we're gonna do a quick keyframe here. Escape club pre, just bringing it over to the right, and then I'm gonna zoom in. 100% is usually a good zoom point, just depending on the length of the clip. Out this Keyscape club preset, so that's pretty cool. And then what we're gonna do is cut. What I like to do is cut on, for the most part, anytime that I'm showing the MIDI, I'll just cut my face out. So I laid some really dark, oh wait, that's not the part. But I could do that too. Instead of having my face on that part where I'm talking about the progression, and I laid some really, actually, I'm gonna cut this part out where I talk about, oh, I laid down this type of chords, because, like, who cares? I picked out this Keyscape club preset because I'm showing the chords in my head, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, I'm showing the chords. Why do I need to say, oh, and then I laid down these type of chords? Like, I get it. For producers, it matters, but for viewers, for the most part, it really don't. And like I said, that's another one of those things where people will be like, oh, well, you know, like, ask, like, what kind of chords, or how'd you do this, right? So, all right, so keyframing. We're gonna bring this over. Oh wait, I'm gonna go all the way over here, and then on this point, I'm just gonna zoom out and bring this over like that. I think that's a good one. Club preset, because it kind of starts scrolling. Cool. Then just bring these over. Boom. I layered those with another piano, and then I Control-Shift-V. Oh, I don't know why it didn't work. I went into another piano and I laid down these chord plucks in the back. All right, so hold on. I picked out this Keyscape club preset. I'm gonna leave my face on this clip. I layered those with another piano, and then I went into another piano and I laid down these, and then on this one, I'm gonna cut my face out like I was saying before, bring in this lens blur, and then I have this sound effect that I use for this transition, the lens blur, which is just like a little mini swoosh. Chord plucks in the back. Cool, then I'll bring this to zoom, and then we're gonna keyframe right here, go all the way to the end, and I'm gonna zoom out like that, like that. These chord plucks in the back. All right, so then we're gonna do another transition here, cutting my face out. And this is what I was talking about with, like, you know, I took out that talking part where I said like why I did the strings or whatever, but instead of having the talking, we're just gonna add text. I'm just gonna say like added string run, and then I'm gonna do the pop sound effect for when the text comes in. One last transition here, and usually the last transition I do is it's always like when it's going into the beat, it's always this pull out transition, and then I do this deep whoosh sound effect right here like that, and then zoom in here just to kind of bring it closer. And then I'm gonna set one last keyframe, to go just zoom out here, and yeah, boom. Now we're pretty much done. I'm gonna just listen back and then add captions. If you want to make samples that stand out like this, just follow me, brother, follow me. I picked out this Keyscape Club preset. I layered those with another piano, and then I went into another piano and I laid down these chord plucks in the back. Alright, cool. So now I'm just gonna go up here, go to captions, generate, let that run, and then I have my preset that I use, but y'all can use whatever you want to do. Control-Shift-C, same thing for these to make the text all the same. Control-Shift-V, and then you can do whatever you want for the captions too, but I like to make mine have only one line on the screen. So the easiest way to do it is to go to captions up here and then just kind of play through, and usually you can see like which part. If you hit enter on here, it'll clip it usually where it's supposed to, like, you know, where it sees you talking or hears you talking. If you want to make samples that stand out like this, that's cool. And just follow me, brother, follow me. See, this one messed up, so you gotta like bring it out and then follow me, brother, follow me. So see what I mean? Just follow me, brother, follow me. I picked out this. Bring that over just a little bit. Follow me. I picked out this key. See, this should be Keyscape Club preset. Picked out this Keyscape Club. Picked out this Keyscape. And then I can clip this here. Oh, bring that back out. I picked out this Keyscape Club preset. I layered those with another piano. I layered those with another piano, and then I went into another piano, and then I went into another piano, and I laid down these another piano, and I laid down these chord plucks in the back. Boom. We're done, baby. Oh wait, no, one last thing we gotta do is add a beat in the back. Usually, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. On this one, I think it'll be cool. Plus, I heard that on Instagram, it like pushes content more when it has like music in the back. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but whatever. All right, so I bring mine down to about 30 dB. If you want to make samples that stand out like this, and then you just want to clip it where, and sometimes I'll do like a fade out. You want to do it, wait, sorry. I like to cut mine to kind of keep the beat consistent, so I'll do it like that. Like that. You don't have to do this, but I'm just gonna do it like this. And then, so then we're just gonna cut it out on the parts where music is playing. On these, we'll just do a little fade in and a little fade out. So it did it on all of them when you highlight it like that. So, all right, one last listen through. If you wanna make samples that stand out like this, just follow me, brother, follow me. I picked out this Keyscape Club preset. I layered those with another piano, and then I went into another piano and I laid down these chord plucks in the back. That music does help a little bit though, I ain't gonna lie. Oh, one last thing is on this, you gotta make this text. Oh shit, what did I do? Where's that? Wait a minute, I gotta redo this because I did something wrong when I did the captions. But let's clip that and then just make sure it's on beat with this thing. And on this, I'm gonna actually go, wait, there used to be a, that's so crazy. There used to be a button up here that said apply to all text or something like that. So then when you moved it, it like did it for everything, but good. Okay, so I just want to make sure my captions are at the bottom and this one part is here. So this should be added string run. All right, so the piano, and I laid down these chord plucks in the back. There we go. Hard, bro. So yeah, that's it, man. That's literally how I do it. The exact breakdowns, you know, like I said, thought process, everything. And of course, if y'all have any questions, man, tap in, hit me up on the gram or comment on here. We'll be back soon with another one, man. Much love. Peace.